taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Alabama's offense will get the ball first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Looking to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cantrell. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The RPO fired complete to the left. Breaks into the open. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He wants to throw it again. Going for 6. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Keeping it on the ground on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
That is how you finish a drive. Nice drive put together. Don't kick threes. We need touchdowns. And that's a great job executing down here near the goal line. You got the third and goal. You were physical enough to run the football in. Nice start to this football game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commodores offense has its first opportunity of the day. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to throw, it's Selvia. Here's a heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They punted away on 4th down. Now on the return. Makes a move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Under fire. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is.
Intentional throw.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They have receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
That's a nice play by the defense. You're trailing early in the game. They've got the ball on your side of the field, so you force the incompletion on 3rd down.
Alabama trying to convert this 4th down. Caught over the middle. It's Cantrell. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snagged out of the air. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Got his man on the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. How about this defense taking one back to the house? How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, they're running the crow route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. You saw the velocity, the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the... back as they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. That's caught. It's Brooks. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. First down. To throw. It's Selvia. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. No good. After the missed field goal, still down by 21 points, guys. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Oh, he's got some space.
this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Humphries. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They'll give it to the back. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Selvia. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his man. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generate. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Back to throw, it's Selvia. It's caught downfield. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's McMahon. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Alabama! Ball that baby in, and they stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go.
Into the secondary on the right. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Running back searching for a hole. Runs for the tackle. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. To the air, it's Selvia. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Takes it from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Looking downfield on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Finds a crease at the 20. Turning it on. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
42. Vanderbilt 10.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Wants to throw on first down. The quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top.
Going over the top. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa.
We are just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half.
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Looking to throw, it's Selvia. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. first mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Commodores.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressure, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
The give to the back. Got room at the 35. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They'll give it to him again. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's McMahon. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively.
Breaks into the open. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. And he'll hold it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown time!
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Syracuse picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Dick McPherson built there in central New York, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 17 to Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys have been keeping an eye on it for us. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Turns it loose. Intercepted. The defense has set him up.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
To the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Knocked down for the tackle.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wideout there on the slant.
They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes the option. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Rides the back on the option to give. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Selvia. Got his man quickly.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets away from one, finds room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Out of bounds at the 21. And first down for the offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Gonna run it. It's Woods. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The Commodores with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down. Gives it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Hard running there. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Give to the back. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. A run for the quarterback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, they went QB designed run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose it.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Fights off the defender. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the returner will be dragged down. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah.
They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing, and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it and drive on 3rd down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the returner is stopped. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Hand off from the shotgun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Wilkins. Plucks it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's there.